Hey there guys, Spazzy here, aka Syndromes, and welcome to Avorion episode 34. Being recorded at the same day as 33, just at a much later date, and with at least one can of beer in my system. Right, so due to my hectic sleeping schedule in the past week and a half, I somehow have managed to lose an episode. And I think it was during the start of this week. So I decided, hey, if we're going to make that one ship, we might as well make a build episode now. So that is exactly what we are going to do. Today, right now, as I'm consuming this alcoholic beverage of my choice, I am going to create a secondary expendable combat ship for us to use. And, yeah. So, I loaded up the save, and it looks like we already have Mr. Krabs here, or the first iteration of Mr. Krabs. And I'm going to use this ship as the baseline for our new vehicle. The idea here is that it is going to be around 500,000 in hull, at least. And when it comes to volume, it is going to be, where is it? System upgrade slots 9. I don't think we actually need that much, because there's only a couple of things that really need to be mounted there. So first of all, we will be mounting at least 2 hyperspace engines. We're going to be mounting the SWAX weapon upgrade, and then just a few, at least 3. So we're looking at more of a 6 slots ship. So let's see if we can actually scale it down and in real time see how much does it change. Let's scale it down by 20% for now. And let's take a look. System upgrade slots 7. Okay, we are on the right track. Let's scale it down by another 20, like this. Still 7. Okay, this is good. Let's go down by 20 again. System slots 6. We're getting there. And let's do it again. 80. There we go. So, we are looking at a ship that is actually around 50k in HP, which is admittedly not really a lot. But yeah, so something like this. This should be fine. So that is going to be the size of the ship. It really does look like a expandable kind of gunship, maybe a light cruiser. Something like that. Or was it a destroyer? Probably a destroyer. And we are going to call it the Object 2321, because that is the current time. It's 23:21 for me. And we are going to make this now. Right. So, my overall design choice on this thing is not yet established. I still have plenty of ideas of how to do it properly, but I think that we are going to start with going back to Mr. Krabs. Let's really quickly take a look at what exactly are we dealing with in size. So it's about a 400 to 500 meter ship, and with a weight and height of, well, with the top hat, I mean, 150 to 200. Alright, so I know what to do. I think the first thing we're going to do here is open up our templates and set the control block as the actual start of the ship. And since we have already did this, let's take a look. So we are going to make it 150 in size. There we go. And about 200 in height. That should be enough. I'm going to leave it 200 like this. There we go. So that is the center of our ship. And now we can build everything else around it. But the question is, how? How are we exactly going to do this? Well, first of all, we will need a thing of this sort of thing. So that is nothing more than our... let's see, middle snap, there we go. So that is nothing more than our generator. And I think we're going to kind of do it like this. Something like this, yes. And since it has to be kind of elongated in general... Oh dear, it's already at 7 system upgrade slots. We can scale it down later. No problem with that. So we're just going to make it just a little bit bigger. There we go. And then we are going to simply add ourselves the engines. Or should we make new ones? Well, let's see how this looks. So, kind of like this, kind of like this. Boom. Something like that. Alright, that is perfectly fine for now. I'm just trying to figure out the main shape of the ship right now without having to do... Oh, I actually did make this. Okay, here's a fun little fact. So I made a thing like this. This thing is a new type of armor plate. So this is all titanium armor, which is going to be replaced with, you know, Xanian. And underneath is actually integrity field generators. So this thing is just used as a sort of armor plate. So for example, we could easily just scale it up a little bit, just like this, and boom. There you go. So this kind of gives me like a Rhineland-ish feel, like a Rhinelandish feel on this thing. Not specifically, perhaps, but there we go. And overall, I think that is exactly what we're gonna do. So, in terms of shield, let's just copy this to clipboard. Something like this. And I think the way that this is going to work is, first of all, we're going to return to global snap. We're actually going to increase the grid size to like 1. So it is kind of easier for us. There we go. So first things first, I'm going to make it uniform like this. And then I am going to, again, make it uniform like this. And then I'm going to kind of like make it stand out a little bit. Like so. So those two are going to be our generators. Our shield generators, anyway. The funny thing is, right now, we are in fact not generating a lot of stuff. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to, put everything on Trinium first, and then on Xanian. So everything that can be made out of Xanium is going to be done with Xanium, and everything that can't. So it's going to be kind of like that. Most of this energy generation, by the way, is being taken up by the control module, by the way. Or just the fact that we don't have a lot of... well, actually, we have no crew at all, and also we have no crew quarters, so let's fix that. The way that this is going to work is I'm going to place down a crew quarters like this. Kinda like this. Oh, I can actually make it into the ship itself. Well, that's kind of strange, but okay, I'll take it. I ain't gonna question it. Look at me, something like this. And we have a crew of 560. I think that actually might be enough, but I'm not exactly sure. Now, just to be on the closer side, we are actually going to make another generator in front of us. Rather, the front of the ship, anyway. And we're going to scale it back a little bit. Kind of like this. So right now, it's generating quite a bit more energy, so that is very good. And we can do something else with this. So how exactly are we going to do this? I'm currently thinking about where we put the guns. And I think the way it's going to go is the guns are going to go on top of the plate. So first of all, we're going to set it back to middle snap, just to make things easier. And we are going to scale this thing down a little bit. So let's see. Something like this should be fine. There we go. It's getting there. I really don't like this kind of blocky thing over there, but it is half of the whole idea with this ship. So I guess it's not something we can do. Anyway, let's go back to Xanian again, just so this place is nice and doing its own thing. And I'm currently looking, so how do we improve the visuals of this thing? We got global snap. Looks kind of strange, but I dig it. Oh. There we go. Actually, can we just... yeah. This will help. So first things first, how do we place this thing? Let's decrease the global grid size a little bit, so that we can comfortably enlarge this thing. There we go, something like this. It should be perfectly fine. I am kind of tempted to just actually use these plates that we created, like the Warzone ones, but I want to place them on top of the ship only, and mostly as a decorative thing. So let's take a look at this. I want it to be just big enough to fill the whole thing. Yeah, something like this. That might actually not work. It looks kind of strange. So it currently has issues with acceleration and maximum velocity, but it could be because we do not, in fact, have enough people here. So that is something to keep in mind. And as for the front, which I'm going to do now, is that I just want a kind of like a hognose snake front. So it's mostly going to be something like this. Yeah. This should be perfectly fine. And as for this place, kind of the same thing. Yeah. This kind of looks like something that I want to make. Now then, with that in mind, let's start taking a look at what we have with thrusters. Oh dear. I just deleted a thing, and there's nothing I can do about it. I cannot undo a delete. Oops. Well, I guess I'm using this thruster now. Actually, my question is, how easy to control is this thing right now? It's hard to tell because I don't really have any crew for this thing, so, you don't require more than 300 crew members. Additionally, required crew members 2 or 3. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We are going to very quickly just grab any crew whatsoever. Become dock. And there we go. Let's enable auto assign. There we go. We still need 1 commander, which I think it's easy enough to do. We just need to kind of very quickly find the... Three, 4, 5, minus 208. Let's go there. We're going to quickly grab some of the advanced commanders and everything else. And we are just going to continue there. I think the problem with building ships from parts like this is simply the fact that we end up kind of blocky like this. Which I guess it's kind of par for the course, I guess, but still looks kind of odd. So yeah, this is where we're going to grab those captains of ours. I mean, this ship feels kind of zippy. But really, that's about it. For a completely disposable ship, it is adequate. So let's grab one of these guys. And also one of these guys. And there we go. Oops. Now then, let us continue. As for the bottom... Well, first things first, I want to kind of retain the sleekness of this look, if we are going to do it. So let's go with global snap again. Just kind of elongate it. Something like this. And then let's do the same thing, just with this thing. There we go. And now for the front. The front is probably going to need to be a... Well, actually, that is a good question. Where am I going to put the turrets, design-wise? Probably on the sides. Because that is just where it kind of looks better, in my opinion. Kind of want to make the front kind of interesting, but at the same time, maybe I should just keep it as vanilla as possible. Something like this. And as for the front itself, see, I'm kind of sad I deleted that thing by accident, because this would be a very crucial time. Actually, well, let's do it like this. So I'm going to put down what looks like a shield system here, but it is clearly not. So it's gonna kind of look like a shield system, but instead we are going to turn this thing into a titanium thruster. And now we are just going to cover it back like this. So yeah, titanium thruster, there we go. There was the idea that I really do want to have, like, frontal-facing thrusters. Which would aid in the stopping of the ship, but not only that. So let's quickly do that. Like, that is the one thing I really do want to retain here. And that is the idea that I need to have a way to stop this thing. Something like this. And then, of course, I can just cover it with titanium. Or rather, trinium. Trinium armor. Yes. And as thin as possible. Wait. Yep, everything's fine. So this is a chubby little battleship. I mean, looks kind of neat. It's certainly unassuming enough. And we are going to test how it actually performs in just a moment. There we go. It kind of feels like it's currently suffering from not having enough engine power. Like, this thing is definitely chunky as hell, but at the same time, we're actually using a lot of our current energy. We do have some good energy generation upgrades on our main thing, so maybe this is not that big of a deal. Actually, let's modify the whole ship again. First of all, trinium, and then xenite. So once more, we have everything up to date. You know what? I think this should be fine. If we install the kind of bypass thing on it, that might even make it kind of better. Or maybe it might not. Not exactly sure. I do know where the turrets are going to go. They're going to be going at the top and at the bottom. They're not going to go on the sides. I do like that this ship stops quickly. And it can reverse. That is good to know. So, now regarding this place right here. I want to get rid of some of this edginess over here. So how big is this thing? Something like this. There we go. That's perfectly fine. Now, what do I do with this? Like, do I just place the same thing just on top? Probably. So let's just kind of move it out a little bit. Nope. That certainly wasn't it. Let's get a middle step, so then we can kind of finely adjust it to fit the whole thing. And let's give the bottom one as well. Yeah, the design is kind of strange, but perhaps strange in a good way. Can't really tell yet. Okay, I want a better transition over here. Kind of like this, but not really, no. More like this. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. And now let's take a look. I want to make a... Oh. Let's just go with full selection. And just full black for now. It has the accentuated accents. And let's just go and start applying it like this. Should be fine. Kind of like this, actually. Just in the middle. And then from the top. Something like this. Okay, now Colors used first. Do we have Xanian? Infinity Gold, yeah, let's go with that. And I want a... not an Ogonite, no. Xanian Glow. So first things first, we're going to enable this. We are going to enable the scale step to be as small as possible. And kind of just provide nifty little accents to the ship like this. Oh, it's because it's still middle. Yeah, there we go. Something like this. Yeah, I'm warming up to it. What can I say? It looks kind of... honestly looks kind of strange. I think what needs to happen is that it needs to be kind of elongated a little bit. There we go. And now we can scale it down a little bit, because this is way, way too large. So, we're going to enable uniform scaling again. And we're looking for about 400 to 300 hull. Alright. So let's go down that. 290. I would say that is perfectly adequate. Yeah, so this is going to be our dedicated combat shippy. I'm going to retain the current name, which is just going to be object whatever. And with that in mind, let's save it. There you go. Save current design. 200 something. Actually, no, wait. Modify entire ship. First to Trinium. Then to Xanian. And now we can save it. Let's delete this thing. So, save current design. It's still using titanium somewhere. Why? Where the hell is it using titanium? Oh! It's using titanium because you need titanium to create the ship. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not dumb. I'm not completely dumb. This ship could really use more energy generation right now, but I think we will manage somehow. Unless we just want to straight up integrity Xanian generator. So what happens? Okay. Oh dear. What just happened? Why is it sunken in like that? Okay, let's set the global scale back to like... sorry, grid size back to like 1. Global snap. Middle snap. Scale step, 1. You know, I just realized that was our crew quarters. But why is it... Oh, that's because it still exists here. That's why. Phew. So that is going to be the generator. Yeah, this is serviceable. And kind of make it like this. And then kind of just expand it a little bit. Let's set the grid size back to like 15 a little. Because I do want to have it as much as possible. Oh dear. Scale step 15. Yeah, that'll help a little bit. Yeah, that'll be fine. We can remove this part so it's kind of easier on the eye. And with that in mind, we're just going to cover it up again. Something like this, I guess? I don't know, might kinda look strange. Or maybe it's fine. I would not know. You tell me. Something like this? I'm actually going to make it kind of elongated. Something like this. And now with that in mind, let's just cover it with trinium armor, which is going to be as small as possible. Yeah, this looks a little bit strange, but I think I can dig it. And now, to ruin everything, integrity. Ah, close enough. Everything's fine. Everything is just fine. I am sure there is no problems with this whatsoever. And that is going to increase our energy a little bit better. So, let's quickly go back to Night Gray. Because the random yellow spot does not really make for an interesting sort of thing. I am going to very quickly, not Ogonite. Yes, there we go. Infinite gold, please. Yeah, there we go. That's gonna be perfectly fine until we get like hit by a random shot and it falls off. And then it's not gonna be as interesting. Oh dear, that is not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's actually interesting. Oh. I like that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that. Dude, the frickin' Spanish Inquisition. We doing it. Okay, this turned out to be much more interesting than I thought it would be. But there we go. Alright, ladies and gents. Oh, exactly 40 minutes of build time. So, let's remove this thing. Let's save the current design. And... yeah. This is perfectly fine. It's gonna cost us like 300 credits to do. And it's actually gonna cost us quite a bit of iron. But hey, that's what you get. Let's double check this real quick. Trinium. And Xadian. So, let's take a look real quick. Let's see. Iron. Yeah, see, the iron bit is this thing over here. And the reason why it's there is because this ship can boosh itself up to a fairly quickie fast speed. And not overload its generator too much. But its stopping speed is also very, very good. Like, extremely good. And that is something I really want from a combat ship, like a dedicated combat ship. But yeah. Anyway, the last thing I'm going to put on top of this thing is, in fact, the yellow-colored... yeah, I'll leave it yellow, I guess. But yeah, let's go with middle snap again. And let's just apply the turret bases. There we go. So that is where the turrets are actually going to go on. Now let's save it for the third time again. And that's it. Alright, ladies and gents, I think we are done. This turned out to be a little bit better than I thought it would be. And I kind of wonder, should we just make a new ship for this? Or do we really want to kind of, you know... How do we want to do this properly? So this is Mr. Krabs. And I want to switch to this sector because this is where I want things to happen. I'm going to very quickly have to check where exactly does our ship fall to, our current relations with these guys fall, because, let's see, hire crew. I can hire captains, it looks like, and everything in between, so this should be fine. Anyway, let's head out to the shipyard. Hire crew. Yeah, the shipyard is where we want to be. And let's take a look. So we have not enough titanium. We can fix that. Can we fix that, is the question. How much do we need? Where's the ship? That is really strange. Like, where did the ship go? Is this the one? Yes. Okay, so we are missing this much iron, which is going to be probably kind of problematic because, hey, trade resources, and I want all of it. Just all of it. Yeah, we are going to have to buy every single Mr. Krabs. Yeah, we'll need to buy out every single resource bit from here, which is perfectly fine. Like, we can do that. We have the chance to do that. 26 more. Yeah, I'ma just grab this. Like, I realize we're about to hit like 15 minutes, but I do want to finish up setting up the ship itself, so that in the next episode we don't really have to worry about that. There we go. Now we are up to 89,000. There's another resource depot over here. Which is what? Currents of Empathy 3. Which obviously we cannot jump to because, hey, Mr. Krabs is too large for that. Show me what you got. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Give. Slowly chewing through my trinium, though. Maybe I should consider pausing the production for a bit. Just until I make that ship. Maybe I should even make it smaller. Who knows? Trade resources. Oh, let's just slurp. Just buying all the iron for 1,000,000 credits. Ain't no biggie. Because we rich as heck. So, that being said, what did we have in terms of missions? There you go. So, servo rocket. Trading overview, buy from stations. Want high pressure. Nope. We do not, in fact, have that. But that's fine. I just don't want to forget to, you know, double check everything. I wonder if I will, in fact, need to kind of just look up. Supply and demand. A lot of water is being demanded here. Price. Yeah, fine. So, what do you have? Only 10,000. Okay, I'll take it. Of course, Mr. Krabs is not going to remain like this. We will still need to actually finish the ship. But I do enjoy the idea of actually creating a fleet, which is sort of the whole point. I don't know, maybe I should rescale that ship back to the previous idea of it needing to be like 5 slots large. I think that is actually an idea. And also save it properly, because I've no clue what happened there. So, default galaxy, become yes, please. So, this thing right here, well, let's scale it down to 5 system upgrade slots. So, there we go. System upgrade slots 7. Six. Ship autosaves. Templates. Save current design. Okay, that is much more manageable. Yeah. Let's go with that. It should be easier now. So that is the first out of X amount of ships that I want to make. So let's switch to this thing. So then, as I already said, let's go take a look at the repair dock. This is where I want to build these things. Like, this is going to be the ship that I actually do want to make properly with, like, proper people doing the proper things. So, I'm gonna call it the Object 011 because, why does this... No, let's go for... is this a line ship? What's the difference? I'm not gonna do that, just in case I frick something up. But yeah, we are going to apply this design. There we go. And let's start. Oh yes. I have absolutely nothing. Yes, please. Let me dock. I want to hire a crew. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay. Let's try to do this properly. There we go. Okay, so. First things first. What about stats? So I need 1426, so... I'm gonna go like 15. Like 20. Okay, there we go. One of these. And a captain. Now then, I need lieutenants. And this is where the other place comes into play. The headquarters, they should have... No, they do not have lieutenants. Lieutenants are still like a small lieutenants. There we go. Obviously, we'll need like a lot more of them in just a moment, where I actually place all of the shooters on it. But that is certainly one of the things about it. You know, this design is growing on me. Though I do admit I want to turn this thing into glow as well then. Just a complete look, so to speak. And what would happen if I place this thing right here? Yeah, I mean, I like the accents. Something like this, maybe? Sure. Why not? Kind of like this. Not exactly the same, but still looks interesting. Okay. Hear me out. You know what? I think I prefer it this way. Though, I will admit that I will, in fact, will want to have it black. Yeah. I think looks cool, although... the front looks really bare. Yeah, something like this. Just adding the last finishing touches on this thing. As we're about to hit an hour. So, let's grab one of these gents. Like so. And then we're gonna grab another one. So, we need 30 gunners. Well, we don't need 30, we have up to 30 here. So, in terms of systems, we can finally install this thing. There we go. That's going to give us more arm turrets. Then, another thing that I really want is to have a radar. So, I'll have 2 of these. And I don't know, minus 20% generated energy. Can we spare that? I think we can. There we go. And now, on top of that, we are going to install 2 more arm turret slots. And now we have a whole bunch of turrets. Good! I like that. And now we just need to populate them. So with that in mind, I'm going to select it all with DPS. Let's see. Tesla turret is a close-ish range. Let's go down to 1. So there's 1. You know what? I'm just going to straight up put all Tesla turrets on this thing. Might as well. Something like that. And then... what is the Tesla? It's 4.33 range. So I'm looking for something similar. Salvage turret. Plasma turret. It's a 6.6... okay, yeah. Now we just need plasma turrets on this thing. To kind of increase our shield damage on it. There we go. I really wish I could sort by range. These chain guns, bolters... laser turrets 6.89. We could... how many turret slots do we... oh yeah, we need to populate this. So, the laser turrets, I think what we're going to do with laser turrets here is I'm going to put them somewhere differently, somewhere further away from the front of the ship, to at least try... okay, let's go back to Xadian turret base. Boosh, 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 boosh. Boosh, 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 boosh. And with that in mind... laser turret. Point defense. Double laser turrets. I got even, like, iron laser turrets. But it looks like not all of the ranges are the same. Oh, point defenses. Yeah. Point defense lasers. One here. One over here. One over here. One over here. Kind of would like to place it somewhere else as well, but I think it will be fine. Actually, all of the others are chain guns, and I don't want to kind of ruin this overall setup right now. So, the question is, what happens if I would... 3 slots. How many slots do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what would happen if I would just place it here? There we go. And that should be, yep, full. Well then, we have put as many on as possible. And now we just need to populate all of them. Oops, that is not what I wanted. I want regular shooty boys. Ah yes, shooty boys. I have no clue how good this is gonna go. But hey, one way to test. We can just jump into any one of these systems and just let it go. I wonder if I wonder if it makes any difference if I split them up. That is not what I want. Oh dear. So, what do we have? Yeah, there we go. Much better. Okay, ladies and gents, so... shall we test it out? So, where is the ship with a view? I think the biggest problem is... I'm gonna test it real quick, but I have a feeling that once I jump, I will be stuck regenerating for quite a bit. Like, I have a feeling that that is going to happen. So how bad is it? Actually no. Not really all that bad. So, a ship with a view, come here. I'm starting to like the design of the ship, even when we flipped it on its side. Well, back, anyway. So, let us find a place to go. Let us find some baddies! And let's just throw the ship at it. See how terrible it does. So... this is a ton of wreckage. Okay, that's interesting. But I want pirates. And pirates I shall find. Hello? So this is one of those mining systems. We are going to make note of that. I want to find bad people. Is it really that much to ask for? Come on. Too far to claim. Yeah, I'm in a hurry. Like, it's already been like an hour and an hour and 8 minutes. So I just want to quickly test this thing. Come on. Yeah, I'm just in a hurry at this point. I just... oop. Untag. Yeah. Come on, I just want to find an enemy. Please give me something red to shoot. Or rather to... seriously? Come on. I just want to find something to shoot. Come on. Let's go. Can I get an enemy? Please? Please an enemy? Come on! Game! What's wrong with you? Like, come on. I just want to find an enemy. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Hurry. Where's all the bad dudes? Well, and yes, I know that we found one here, but I'm pretty sure that those things are not there anymore. Come on, game. Okay, this is not funny. Hey, look, Snuggler's hideout. Come on, Gammy. I just want to find something to shoot. Oh, Christ. Just tag sector. I just want to find a place with bad people in it. Is it really that hard? What's with all these empty sectors? Come on. Is it a glitch? Are enemies just not spawning? What is this? Oh. Mad. I'll do that later. Still wanting to find a yellow sector with baddies in it. That would be really nice. Come on, game. You've never been another one? That is neat. But obviously not what I'm looking for right now. Come on! I mean, hey! This'll work. So, Mr. Krabs, you come here, and you... Oh god. There we go. Okay, where are you at? Okay, so we have the object, and we also have Mr. Krabs. If he would finally jump here. Boosh. So here's the thing. I want this ship first. So, the way I want to do this is, Mr. Krabs, you are going to escort the object. And object is going to be much quicker. So, interact, there we go, and orders patrol sector. Go. I am now at war with the II. Okay, no, never mind. Just patrol sector. Just shoot the madmen. Alright, I forgot I removed all the stuff from Mr. Krabs. Yeah, never mind. is slightly unfortunate, but there you go. Hey, Mr. Krabs probably going to be fine. So, obviously these ships are just straight up stronger than most of the other things here, so I do expect that, I kind of expected that to happen. I think those ships should be able to, like, resist pirates and stuff, and that's probably going to be enough for me. Alright, ladies and gents, with 1 hour and 20 minutes, I think we are done here. I'm not even going to wait for Mr. Krabs to actually jump out, because it is just taking way too long. I'm glad to say that Mr. Krabs just does not care. So that is certainly a thing. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me, and yeah, big boosh.